What's going on, gangsters? Movie John here, and welcome to the first video of the VHS Corner. We're going to show you off the collection in this video, and then the other videos after this we'll be talking what? VHS, of course. So we're going to look down in here and go through these drawers right here and show you some of the collection. Okay, starting out on the bottom are Dracula films. The Satanic Rites of Dracula, The Rites of Dracula, which is actually the same film. Then you got Dracula 2, and the original Dracula with Bela Lugosi in it. We'll check that cover out right there. Then we got the Return of Dracula and Dracula, The Night that Dracula Saved the World. And this one I hear is actually pretty rare. Got it off Scotty Slasher a little over probably 2 years ago. Dracula and the Undead. This is a documentary talking about Hammer films that Christopher Lee played as Dracula. The Brides of Dracula and the Dracula cinematic scrapbook. Dracula's Curse and Dracula AD 1972. Then we have Dracula vs. Frankenstein on this side, which has an awesome ass cover. But it's a horrible movie, of course. Dracula's Widow and Dracula 1979. And this Dracula, which has Jack Palance as Dracula. Dracula in the Movies, which is another documentary. It's basically shows a lot of trailers to a lot of Dracula movies. Kind of like a checklist of Dracula movies. And Taste the Blood of Dracula and Horror of Dracula, the last two that I have for my Dracula collection. Then we have Jaws 3 and Jaws the Revenge, Night Scream, and 7 Days to Live. On to the second drawer, we have a VCR head cleaner. I use this every once in a while and it still works pretty good. And we got some sports tapes, 1992, 93, 95, and 97 year in sports. NFL Films video, big blocks, king size hits, and quarterbacks on quarterbacks. In this drawer I have a bunch more sports stuff. Best of Thunder and Destruction. I love these NFL films. Takes you back, showing a lot of stuff from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Football funnies. We have amazing sports bloopers. Last Second Miracles, Pittsburgh Steelers, the 95 season. Crunch Course, which is another good one. Then we have Dazzling Dunks and Basketball bloopers. Another set of bloopers. Greatest moments in basketball. Then we're going into the movies again. Hell's Gate and Night Hunter. Now the third drawer, we have some Star Wars releases. The CBS Fox Video ones. Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. We also have Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Jeepers Creepers, and The Blair Witch Project. Now I haven't checked this out yet. I've had it for a little while. I need to check it out, but I hear it's pretty cheesy. Classic Hitchcock, The Birds and The Birds 2 Land Ending. Boogeyman, Army of Darkness, Graveyard Shift, and American Werewolf in London. On this side, Vicious, Lover's Lane. We have Vampires and Vampires 2. That part 2 is pretty bad. We have House of Wax, Star Crystal, Repo Man. We have Bronson and Death Wish 4, The Mummy, The House on Tombstone Hill. We have a twisted Christy Cannon film. And in the back we have Wisdom, which is a great classic that I love with Emilio Estevez and Demi Moore. And if you ain't never seen Wisdom, check it out. Next drawer, we have a Dracula here, Son of Frankenstein, Revenge of the Creature, and The Mummy. These are all the Universal releases, and there's a big set of them, which I plan on trying to get more of them. We have George Romero's Martin, Nightcaller, The Kindred, Bram Stoker's The Mummy, Death Watch, Monster Man, and Schizo. And over on this side we have Witch House, Welcome to Spring Break, Hellcab, Bats, Crocodile 2, Pumpkinhead 1 and 2, Sleepless, Junior, Sometimes They Come Back, Trucks, and The Rats. All these are newer ones that I just recently got off of Metal Murph. We're going to go up here and there's a few more. The Car, Future Kill, The Horror Show, which is pretty good, Dagon, Mothra, Scanners, The Surgeon, My Demon Lover, From Dusk to Dawn 3. We have Shadow of the Vampire. I just watched that one not long ago, pretty good. And then we have The Man with X-Ray Eyes, and The Dummy. Over here I have some Frankenstein films. Of course, just Frankenstein. This is the classic one. This is a later movie, I think in the late 80s, Frankenstein. We have a cinematic scrapbook, just like I have the Dracula one. This is Frankenstein Unbound, and another Frankenstein, which I think this is the one, or maybe this one. One of them's got Carrie Fisher in it. The Curse of Frankenstein, Wolfen, the original Gremlins. We have Swamp Thing, and Return of the Swamp Thing. We have Rodan, and the back one is Watcher in the Woods. Up to this drawer, we have Psycho, the remake, original Psycho, Psycho 2, 3, and 4, with Christine, The Gate 1 and 2, The Fog, The Gorilla, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. This one over here we got George Romero's Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead, two different ones. This one's a blockbuster classic. I love the cover on this one. The Blair Witch Project and Curse of the Blair Witch. We have a Peter Cushing documentary. When a Stranger Calls, Mother's Boys with Jamie Lee Curtis. Twilight Zone the movie, Tales from the Dark Side, The Toolbox Murder, and White Zombie. And up here we have some concerts and stuff. A Year in the Life of Metallica Part 1. And this is from the Live Shit, Binge, and Purge box set. We also have two different Texas Chainsaw Massacre covers here. Love this one right here. This is a Video Treasures release. And this one has the original cover you usually see. And we have Part 2 and Leatherface Part 3 and the last one, The Next Generation, which was God Horrible. Over this side we have Little Shop of Horrors, Vincent Price Diary of a Madman, War of the Colossal Beast. We have the 76 King Kong, the original King Kong, King Kong Lives, The Return of Count Yorga, House on Haunted Hill, and another Metallica one, Cliff of Mall. Top drawer, have Amityville Horror, Amityville Horror 2, The Possession, my favorite, 3D, and then we have 4, then we have 1992, we have The Dollhouse, The Next Generation, and The Curse, and Haunted Honeymoon. And the last drawer we have Children of the Corn tapes here. We have the first one, second one, third one, and the fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, and seventh one. Then we have Dressed to Kill and the Eliminator. Not the Eliminator, damn, the Exterminator. I don't know why I said that. Up on top we have more Star Wars. This is a special edition box set, another trilogy box set. The Making of Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back. And over here, yes, another trilogy box set. So there are the drawers. We went through all them. Whew, man, it's hard pulling them out. I actually got a few of them stuck, and sometimes they could be a pain. I also got stickers on here. If you've never seen them in some of the other videos, Demons, and a bunch more cool ones over here, which I'm definitely going to get more to go down to the bottom. But yeah, that's the first VHS corner. I'm going to show off what goes into them. There's quite a bit over there because that one's double row, and at the bottom is double row too. And of course the great big boxes on top. That'll be in future videos of VHS Corner. Till next time.